Boy, oh boy, that Big Ten championship game, bro. That one was one tough watch today. UCLA 96, Iowa 45. Let me repeat. UCLA 96, Iowa 45. If I didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it. If I didn't see it, I didn't think it was possible for a team that was 26-5 in Iowa to get beaten by half a dollar, by more than half a dollar. I to see them be more than doubled up, I would never have believed it. Did I think they would beat UCLA? No. Did I think they'd probably be more competitive than the first time they played UCLA this year? Yes. But I didn't think they'd win. But you could never have convinced me that I would be watching a game that was 22-5 at halftime. And what was it? 40. What was the score at the half? What was the score at halftime? Why can't I find the box score? I mean, again, it was okay, 42-20 at the half, but then only get worse after that. Like they're down 22 at the break, and they got outscored by 29 in the second half. They got outscored 29-9 in the fourth quarter when you would expect a team with that large of a lead to kind of take their foot off the gas. No, UCLA did not do that. UCLA kept its foot on the gas and they made a freaking statement today to let the country know that they are not one to be played with. And I'll tell you this, and I've said it before. I think UConn's the best team in the country, head and shoulders above everybody else. I think UConn will blow everybody else out when it comes down to it. And I am not a UConn fan. And I will tell you this. I would love it if UCLA beat UConn in the national championship game. I would be absolutely through the moon. That would be the only team that I'd want to see beat UConn for me to be wrong about something. Because I was all on UCLA last year. They featured me in their damn video. So I appreciate them for that. And I was cheering for them last year because I picked them last year all year long. And then they fucking shit the bed in the Final Four against UConn, getting drugged by 31. Or what was it, 34, whatever. They got killed. And, here I am now, and they looked awesome. They shot the ball from the perimeter exceptionally. Iowa was in a zone, dropping three to cover Lauren Betts because they got no bigs that can get the job done. Ava Hyden did her best, but Hannah Stuelke flat out sucks, and y'all keep riding with her. 0 points, 0 for 4. Oh, did I mention? Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. We talk facts over feelings all day long. Don't get mad about this, Iowa fans. You got your shit kicked in today, and you got exposed as a team that cannot compete with anybody in the top 4. It's just a reality. You play hard, typically not today. Today, you did not play hard. Today, you quit. Today, they all quit. They gave up by halftime. They had given up. They had quit. They threw the flag and they were like, we're done. You got 0 from Hannah Stuelke, 0 for 4. She was absolutely scared to death of UCLA. She played like it. Every time she touched the ball, she's fumbling the ball. She's afraid to shoot. She won't pull Lauren Betts out and then attack her off the bounce because she can't dribble. Because she's got no real skill set beyond layups over nobody. Something that we've known now for a couple of years. Her entire game with Caitlin Clark was predicated on run the floor down the middle of the floor, and Caitlin will find you for the touchdown pass, and then you'll get a layup. And that's what will happen. Outside of that, she's got no jump shot. She's got very little post game. And when she's playing a bigger player, she's got no shot. She's a 6'2" big, and she's got no shot. Ava Hayden, only one that showed up, she had 15. She was 7 of 11. The rest of them, Hayden had 15. The rest of the starters had 17. Taylor Stremlo, 6. Chazadi Wright, 9. 4 of 16. 0 of 7 from 3. Stop shooting. Kylie Forbach, 2 points. 0 of 5. Layla Hayes, 2 points. Addie Deal gave him 11 off the bench. And that was their offense. 28% from the field, 22% from 3. And they only got called for 5 fouls the whole game. They got called for 5 fouls the whole game. It wasn't like UCLA took 30 free throws. UCLA took 5 free throws. It took 5 free throws. They shot 13 of 26 from 3. They were 40 of 63 from the field, 63% from the field. It was a layup drill, folks. 19 turnovers. They had 11 turnovers in the first half at some point, or they had only made 6 shots. They turned that ball over like it was on fire. They were scared. Like, you would never think that teams would play scared at this level. We're not talking about UCLA against the Little Sisters of the Poor. We're talking about UCLA against the number 2 team in the Big Ten Conference, a team that had just beaten Michigan for the second time by 17, held them to 42 points after holding them to 44. UCLA only beat Ohio State by 10. You can sit here and say, oh, this is as bad as Iowa could play and as good as UCLA could play. And I might agree with you on that. But where I won't agree with you is the fact that I have seen this fucking show over and over again from Iowa this year. When they lose, they don't just lose, they lose. They got 6 losses. 1 to Iowa State, a game they should never have lost. They lost by 26 to UConn. They lost by 12 to a bad USC team. They lost by 23 to UCLA in the regular season. They lost by 6 to Minnesota at home, no less. And they got beat by 51 today by UCLA. When they lose, when they play a team that's in that top 4 area, they have no shot, folks. They don't have the talent. They don't have the skill. And they damn sure don't have the heart. They were petrified. And it showed from the opening tip. Like I said, if I hadn't seen this shit happen, I would never believe it. They drop into a zone. And so what does UCLA start doing? Getting wide open threes. They dropped into a zone that was so bad that these threes were all just wide open shots. Let me go back to the stretch in this game where it just completely got out of hand, right? Or seemingly was getting out of hand. So they go into a zone, and I want to find it because it was a point where it was like it was 3, 3, 3, and they were just swoop, swoop, swoop. They at one point dropped 3 players on to Lauren Betts, and her sister Sienna Betts is at the 3-point line. They're literally playing so far off this girl. She takes 2 steps in, takes a 16-footer, and no one guards her, and she swishes it home. Because they got 3 people guarding Lauren Betts. So it is, let's see here. It's 17, is it 17-5? All right. So it's 17-5. And Ledger Walker hits a 3. It's 20-5. Then they get another turnover. And it's 22-5. And then we go into the second quarter. And they just start shooting threes, bro. They missed the 3, but then Douglas gets a layup, a steal, a layup. There we go. Now here comes the 3. Nipkins with a 27-footer makes it 29-9. Ledger Walker hits a 24-footer, it's 32-9. Gabrielle Hawkeyes makes 28-footers, 37-14. It was like, and these were all against the zone. They weren't even guarding them. But you got to hit the shot. You got to hit the shot. Look, you got to hit the shot. You got to credit them for making the shots. But they weren't even guarding them. That zone was the worst zone ever because it didn't force bad shots. They were wide open. They were just wide open looks, uncontested, wide open looks. And you're sitting here like, yo, you want to guard them a little bit? You want to try to make this a competitive game? Or are you just here waiting for the clock to run out? And it looked like they were waiting for the clock to run out. Now I got to wonder, is Iowa, if they had been even remotely competitive today, probably would have been the number 1 overall 2 seed. They probably would have had that 5 matchup against a potential regional final with South Carolina now, because I think South Carolina's going to be the number 4 1 seed. And now I got to wonder if they're even going to be a 2 seed, because you get beat by 51. It's a really hard thing to think about and not forget that you just got beat by 51, because I look at these other teams. I think LSU is better than Iowa. I think Oklahoma is better than Iowa. I think Vanderbilt is better than Iowa. Off the rip, I think those 3 are definitely better than Iowa. However, they had come off a big win over Michigan, and they were right there, and they're in the Big Ten championship game, and you think, okay. And they had won. I mean, goodness gracious, how many games in a row had they won? They had won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight games coming into this game tonight, or today. They had won 8 straight. But that 51 spot's hard to look at and just ignore. I expect Vanderbilt. I expect LSU. I think Duke jumps into a 2 seed now with the win. I think TCU drops out of a 2 seed because of their loss today to West Virginia. If Iowa State remains a 2 seed, it's probably as number 8 2 seed, the 4th 2 seed. Otherwise, I can see them dropping into a 3 seed, because when you're seeding teams for a game and you're envisioning a regional final, you want to have competitive regional finals. And I think everybody would agree with that. You want to have a competitive regional final. Do you think for 1 second in your life that Iowa is going to be competitive against anyone in the top 4? Like, ask yourself that question. Are they competitive against anyone in the top 4? And if you say yes, then that's you. I don't see how you could say yes to that question, because they have had now 3 opportunities against the top 2 teams in the country, and they have lost the 3 games by an average of 33.3 points per game. They've lost by an average of they lost those 3 games by 100 points. 100 points. 23 to UCLA, 51 to UCLA, and 26 to UConn. They're not competitive against these types of teams. And a team like Texas and South Carolina defensively will suffocate them. They will suffocate them. They will absolutely choke the life out of them. So I don't see it. I just don't see it. Even in a lot of their other games against the good teams, they don't score a lot. 64 versus Illinois, 59 Michigan, 62 Michigan, 65 Washington, 65 UCLA, 45 UCLA. They've only got a couple of games they've scored over 80 against good teams. UConn 64, Iowa State 69, Baylor 57. Hell, they only beat Miami 64-61, and I'm a Canes fan. Canes suck. That was embarrassing, people. And if y'all think that Hannah Stuelke's a draft pick and you want to have her play with Caitlin Clark, you're out of your goddamn mind. This ain't college. This ain't college. You want to play her in the WNBA? She's not a WNBA player. She's not. And I ain't saying it to be mean. I just watch basketball. Y'all watch games with your hearts and shit. She's not a WNBA player. She's as much a WNBA player as Gabby Marshall was, which is none. Not. Do I think Hannah Stuelke can play professional basketball somewhere? Sure. Not in the WNBA. Maybe overseas, but not in the WNBA. This is my opinion. And y'all swear by her, bro. Y'all need to stop doing that. Anyhow, that was embarrassing. They should be humiliated. I would have a hard time waking up in the morning, bro. Look at myself in the mirror. Like that may carry. Could that loss carry into the tournament and find them getting upset early on, like in the second round matchup? Could it? I don't know. I don't see them getting any further than the Sweet 16 right about now because I don't think they have. I mean, unless they get the right matchup. But we definitely know they're not getting to the Final Four. Like the Elite Eight is the cap for them, and I think that's a good year. But they're a long ways away from being a real contender. I mean, people just do not get what Caitlin Clark meant to this program. Like beyond the fact that when Caitlin Clark was there, they were scoring high, big time, scoring big time every game. They struggled to score, man, and that's a problem. But hey, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. This is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.